Previously on Paint at 200 miles per hour.
After our third place in the AXBL, we decided, you know what, we're going to play 5-man, we're going to play even harder. We're going to take what we learned all season, we're going to come away with a trophy. All day Saturday, we played on fire. Out of 12 games, 11 games won.
Broke the collarbone, if you want to have a look. It's protruding out of the old shoulder there. And so it's a little bit sore. I don't get to shoot people today.
We told them that, sorry we're closing these games in 25 seconds, but we practice twice a week. We practice with an X-ball team.
Let me show you the worst part of it. Hey, nice to meet you. That wasn't even horrible.
So we're at the field. We're tired because we played really hard yesterday. We had a decent breakfast, and now we're loading paint. So enjoy.
You're hit.
Nobody's gonna shoot me there.
You're hit. Get out! Get out! You're hit.
If we come down to a 3-on-1, Sandy, I'm gonna shoot you in the foot, and then I'm gonna win the game.
And then I'm gonna play on it too. Don't take it easy. And we have one thing. We noticed yesterday a lot of teams get frozen and they don't move their bunkers, so we yell frozen. And me and Adrian are gonna lay down paint on everybody, and Sandy's gonna come up to the Dorito side and take out the angles on them, and be able to. We're gonna tuck them outside their bunkers and everything, and then he'll be able to shoot them.
I tell you, Mark Thomas, the last 2 days, has been teching guns and gear, and he is doing a phenomenal job with his game. It's great. Good job, Mark.
Nice.
So what is it you're doing, Mark?
What I'm doing here, I've officially become the tech for Aggression, so I've already fixed a couple of guns, and this is now my second loader in less than 2 complete days that I'm fixing, so hopefully it works. I don't know if it's going to, but hope it does. Everybody else is scoping out the field while I'm sitting there checking gear. It's fun.
Guys, I found a lucky nickel!
Sunday. The weather's beautiful, as you can see. Sun's out. It's going to be 18 degrees. Yesterday was a little bit worse, but today we're going into the real seed and the heart of the tournament. We're going right into the semifinals and finals. It's going to be very tough. Some really good competition this year. We've got a lot of good teams from Fredericton, from Woodstock. We've got a lot of showing from PEI and Nova Scotia. So we got a lot of talent, and a few guys came in from Ontario as well. So good crowd, good time. Been a great venue. The Spikes have really been putting on a good show this year, and just having a good time so far.
Guy went up to D1. I figured he might have. Oh, he's gone now anyway.
Finally, a fast game.
I told.
Yeah, I'm 276 right now.
Actually, I find speedballs a lot more intense, a lot more nerve-wracking before you play, because you have one chance to beat a team. So, you know, you get all set up and you're ready to go, and you're nervous as crap because you know that if you make one mistake, it's done. You lose the points. With speedball, you only get to play in a tournament. You only play the same team once or twice, so you really can't screw up. There's a lot more pressure on, I find.
Well, the one thing with our rookie teams were when they got to the Atlantics, they really did dominate a lot of teams. They were playing in the rookie division. They were playing in the youngest division that they had possible. And because they had been practicing with us all season, because they had all those drills that Harv has, and because they've had all the guidance that Brian and myself have given them, they really played hard and they played to win. And a lot of people at the tournament were kind of upset that they were dominating as much as they were. But it was only their second tournament. You know, just because they practiced with the third-ranked X-ball team in Atlantic Canada, I think that's just how it goes. Adrian, Sandy, and Ryan, they played with heart all day. They went out there to destroy. And I'll tell you, rookie players, they'd only been practicing for one season. They only ever played 2 tournaments together. They played on fire all day. All day.
Hey, good game, guys.
Like all of his female friends were like 16, 17. I mean, there was
Oh, there's a good rap. He took that one on. Right down, baby. No, he's done. Just done. Just take it. Woo! Last town!
All right, man. Play strong. Keep your head high.
Hey, what's up? Right now we're at the Atlantics. We're playing real hard. Right now our rookie team's doing fantastic. They're on top right now. 5-man, we're also on top. But we started a little bit later today. We had some complications on the field. The sun's going down. It's getting dark. It's getting cold. Everybody's not in a good mood. Everybody's mad at the refs. Everybody's mad at each other. Everybody's mad at other teams. Because it's getting hard. It's getting late. We're getting tired. None of us are eating breakfast. None of us are eating lunch. We're basically going on Red Bull, water, and aggression. If I can use that pun.
Oh, you're on deck. 2 runners, 1 shooter. 2 runners, 1 shooter.
We have 5.
Hey,
Wicked fine.
hey, go! X1, Jeffrey! Hey!
We call him White Fang. We call him White Fang first, and then Drow pulled out Nightshade. I don't know where. I kind of think he looks like.
So basically, we're here, and I'm not gonna lie, I've been to a lot of paintball matches, and of all the ones I've seen, this is the all-time new low. We've decided, through the stupidity of some crazy mother, to line up all the vehicles, or automobiles if you will, and shine the headlights onto the playing court. You see, the only problem is that's the dumbest idea I've ever heard in my life, and that's about all I have to say.
In the end, we ran out of time, and what they wanted to do was they wanted to roll cars up to the side of the field because they didn't have power at the field. They wanted to roll cars up to have light on the field so we could play the finals. In the end, we just said, you know what, it's a crapshoot at that point and anyone can win, and we didn't want it that way. So what we said was, the 4 guys that are in the finals, we decided that everyone was going to finish first.
Fredericton Aggression just won first. 5-man open.
and 3-man rookie.
Okay.
Party on.
Roddy.
Congratulations on your win, Mark.
It's not bad to lose to a team.
I could have played that last game one hand.
Play him for 10 years. It's not bad to lose.
So the hardest part now is trying to find all the gear, clean it up.
I know.
We were usually out of here last year by the time about 5:30, 6 o'clock hit. Okay.
I just want to say it's a pleasure playing with Fredericton Aggression.
Thanks, Bryce.
Bryce, we love you.
That felt good. That felt really good.
And right now it's sitting in around probably about
8:30.
8:38.
yes, 8:38. So
Low
definitely
battery.
way over.
Yeah, well,
Biggest thing, we didn't have a second field to sit there and speed games up. But what can you do?
This is the prize here, pal. This is the prize. I got a buddy here, Sean from Velocity. He's the guy that had the cannon. He built this trophy for me. And I'm going to try to do this the best I can. Joe, are you here for a minute? I'm kind of a softie.
We love you, Joe.
There's a good buddy of mine who died in Afghanistan. And he's on the back of this trophy, and I'm going to have Joe just say a few words about Chris.
Listen up. One of our good friends, one that played with a lot of events all across the Maritimes, a friend of all and played in Nova Scotia and PEI in New Brunswick, Corporal Chris Stanix. He passed away in Afghanistan. He was killed in a roadside bomb. This stuff happens, okay? I'm in the military. That's just generally what happens. We put our life on the line, and we thank every single one of you citizens for supporting us out there. And when he was in Afghanistan, he was a master corporal. He was promoted to a leadership position where he was in charge of other people, taking care of them and watching their back. So we just like to watch his back here. And his name's going to be on this trophy, and it's going to live along with every other 5-man open event that's played at this field. So it's going to keep circulating, and we just remember him today.
Good to go, Derek. Well, you know what? We already did it. You go, Big Daddy. MVP for the record.
God-given fat man seals.
You came the furthest, buddy.
They only had one field set up on the Sunday. They decided to take down the netting and stuff on the other field, so you had twice as many games to play on one field, rookie, open, and the 5-man open division. So that cut down on time. Time and time and time, it felt like all day it was pushing you. The compressor went down and you had to wait for an hour before the compressor went up. But stuff like that happens. You gotta roll with the punches, you gotta keep your head in the game. And you know what? We continued to play all day, and we pulled off #1 in points. We may not have come away with a unanimous first place trophy and first place cash prize, but we did come away with first place, even if we did share it with 4 other teams because of the time constraints.
So we got Spike's 5150, the boys from Newfoundland Aggression, Tekken from the boys from Ontario, and then us here from Fredericton Aggression. Oh, we got the Newfoundland boys right here. And Tekken. The other aggression guys. Next year we're gonna have a fight for the name again. Last time I checked, we did win both our games against them. So.
I believe those finals.
And we've got.
Congrats on
Yeah, everybody's here.
Man.
Yeah, there we go. 07, baby.
We got it right here.
Okay, guys, we also came to a decision on rookie. 3 teams tied for first place, which eliminates them next year for playing for rookie, and 1 team was second. You know, we apologize that it ran as late as it did. These guys came with a decision. 3 of these teams are going to be first place. Esky Boys, Fredericton Aggression, and Skinner's
We didn't
Cove.
get to play and actually get a legitimate gold medal, but we did wind up coming in a tie for first place. At the Atlantics, we won a big trophy and a lot of glory, and we all got brand new guns, which we all turned around and sold like the next day. But still, you know, you win a free gun, that's pretty cool.
Tell you what, Kitties finished first place in their division. They won 3 mini paintball guns. And I'll tell you, I never won a thing when I was that young in my first year. I think Brian gave me a candy bar one time in my first year because I played well. I never won a paintball marker, that's for sure.
At Atlantics, we walked out with 3 invert minis, which are about $400 guns. So that's definitely awesome.
Paintball teams actually know us by name. A lot of them say, hey, those are those Fredericton Aggression guys. They're great to have fun with after the games. They win or lose, they're just out there to have fun, even though we're there to win too. But we gained a lot of respect, and that gives us more numbers because more people say, wow, those guys are a lot of fun to be around. I'd like to play with them.
It's really awesome because, like, you know, you never think that paintball would go anywhere, but then you start playing tournaments and winning money and guns. And
I hope we're going to see more of it on TV. I hope we see it on sports channels. I hope when TSN does their sports center or whatever. So here's the scores, you know. The Boston Red Sox beat the New York Yankees, Bull Sox. And Fredericton Aggression just beat Dynasty, you know. So I hope that it's at the same level as other professional sports.
I'd like to see the American X-Ball League come to Canada. I'd like to see them take us more seriously and maybe allow more teams in from Canada instead of just Canadian Impact. The one thing I don't expect to happen is that exact same thing.
Well, it all happened really, really fast because I started playing competitively and playing tournaments shortly after I actually decided to start playing. Like between the first time I picked up a paintball gun and when I joined the team was not that far, so it's been going really quick. It's just like I pick up a paintball gun with my friends, suddenly I'm on this team with all these people and I'm just meeting all these great guys. All of a sudden I'm finding myself at tournaments and we're winning, and it's just awesome. It's been super fast and I've learned so much stuff really, really quickly, and I've just met all these fantastic guys who I've had a great time with, and I cannot wait for the next season to start.
it started in the woods, and someone thought it might be fun to play behind barrels and then inflatable bunkers, and who knows where I'm gonna go next. It'll be interesting to watch.
I've done every type of sport you can imagine. I've played baseball, I've done soccer, I've done football, I was gonna try rugby, I snowboard, I skateboard, I've skied before, I've rollerbladed, I've done everything. I've done taekwondo, I've done everything, and this is the best sport by far. There's nothing that can comprehend to this. Like, it's so amazing. You meet so many friends. It's just an awesome sport.
Go play paintball? Well, I don't think I've ever met a person who hasn't played once at least. Or there's people through their groups, organizations, churches, or whatever jazz they're into, they always go out for a rental game. I think if you go ask 9 people on the street, if you go ask 10 people on the street, 9 of them will tell you that they played paintball at least once, and the other one probably wants to.
It's a life-changing experience, that's for sure. There's no doubt about that. So you usually play it and you get hooked and it's bad. So there's no other way to put it. It's I've done a lot of different things, and this is probably the best adrenaline rush that I've ever gotten. So, and if you never played paintball before, at the very least, you got to do it once. There's no doubt about that.
Paintball for me is destruction. Because destroy is my favorite word. Paintball is my favorite thing to do.
Pain.
Lifestyle.
Random. It has all the ups, all the downs. Sometimes you get the arguments, sometimes you have everybody going along with everything. You could sit there and completely fly through a game. There's other times you could completely lose a game. You have guys sitting there having squeegee fights in between game time, and the rest of the time they're yelling at each other. So yeah, it's pretty random.
Life.
Amazing. That'd be the one word I'd pick for it. It's
Everything. Yeah. Paintball is everything. Yeah, that's life, man.